black metal from Finland. This is what we have here today for review with a band called Kangeheet, and the release here is Omega of Microcosmos. This is actually a side project, rather new one from Finland by the same guy who operates a band called Conceal the Horns, previously known for such bands as Alghazanth and Ghost Brigade, among some other names. But Conceal the Horns is more or less the now relevant name of this artist, known as Vexd. And for a reason or another, this is a kind of another side project with the same guy. Why to have different black metal side projects when you have already something that you call your own? I don't know, to be honest, and let's be honest about it also. This is a slight disappointment. Not exactly bad, but I will tell you why I felt a little bit disappointed on this MCD. First, a glimpse to the band's Metal Archive site, so you get to see some information while I tell you about this release. That is my opinion. As you can see, this band doesn't have really officially date of when it was founded, but given that the first releases are 2020, it's kind of safe to say this is a very new band. If you take a look at the official current lineup list information, it is backed up by the CD. You will see these other bands, and mainly I will show you the Conceal the Horns so you get the idea what it's all about. Even though this band is very new as well, I don't know, maybe there's lots of energy to create more black metal in this same burst of creation. But Omega of Microcosmos is the first release of this band, and as you can see, 22, almost 23 minutes of music is done here. Here it seems like this is officially listed as independent. However, this is very much a Wolfspell Records release on digipack format with a nice looking CD packaging. Nothing really to complain about it. The music then again is something a little bit different from the Conceal the Horns, which I guess is used as justification to why to do this. This is very much a so-called cosmic black metal with lots of keyboards and fast tempo. If that starts to ring bell in your mind, can't blame you, because for me it was kind of clear that this album, or well, mini CD, reminds me of lots of other bands, but mainly and foremost old Limbonic art. Now, those of you who are familiar with Limbonic art pretty much know that the albums that the band was making can be summed up with a few keywords: fast tempo, lots of keyboards, and kind of a very unorganic feeling. That is, drum machines or machine-like drums, and the so-called cosmic space-like keyboards. It's kind of a space-like feeling which gives you the ideas of stardust, vast galaxies far, far away, and kind of a dark surrounding feeling that we are nothing but mere objects in a tiny planet and so forth. So very, very space-like feeling, and I guess that was also backed up with the kind of images used. Now, Kangeheet might feel or might give you a little bit different kind of ideas in case you have ever before had these kind of associations with Limbonic art or haven't heard the music by that band. But given that I am very much bound to those ideas from the 90s, it's really hard for me to just kind of detach myself from that idea, and as such Kangeheet feels, to me at least, very much like continuation to this legacy of Limbonic art. But the thing here is, in my opinion, Kangeheet is not close to what Conceal the Horns are, and even if it was, there is still so much work to be done in order to make this really good. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the synths, I don't hate the fast tempo, and I certainly don't dislike this kind of a space feeling. I mean, it's very much taking place in bands such as Dark Space, which is then again a great band. But for Kangeheet, it makes me feel like this is much like a demo recording, and as such kind of a work in progress. The songs are not that good, and I feel that the overall production is too weak. I mean, obviously you need to have certain kind of production to support this kind of a space feeling. But to me it sounds much more like a kind of a bedroom black metal project versus being this majestic Star Destroyer feeling. So in case I need to give you any kind of an example, to me this is like a TIE fighter from Star Wars rather than big ass Star Destroyer, not to mention of some kind of a Death Star, planet size of a world destroying entity of machines and people and whatever. So in my opinion this album makes it all sound quite tiny, weak, and in general a little bit powerless. But then again, if you are a big fan of the style that Limbonic Art and the others in that genre made, maybe this is gonna appeal to you way more. I'm not saying, once again, this is not a bad album. I think it's decent and it has some nice ideas. Like the overall thing here is rather cool and sort of innovating also. But with this production and kind of a work in progress feeling, it makes me feel a lot need to be done before this is actually a killer band in its current form. So with this kind of information, with these kind of tips and pointers and opinion, check it out or check it out not. I don't know if this is supposed to appeal to you. But here you go. Now you know Kangeheet. Go clickety-click those links if you think it's right up your alley. Thank you for watching. Take care and see you soon with more reviews coming your way.